This is an old one. It's my father's Mickey Mouse watch, and it's actually from the 50s. And because it's from the 50s, it's also a mechanical movement. I have a Mickey Mouse watch that was mine as a kid, but it's a quartz. I'd love to have this one because it's so old, and it was like a little kid had a mechanical watch. He was, I think, maybe 4 or 5 years old when he had this, and it was mechanical. But at that time, that was normal. So it wasn't necessarily the same kind of idea that we hold in our heads today about a mechanical watch being a fine timepiece. It was just a watch, and a little kid had it.
My dad, he'd been wearing a Submariner for like 30 years. And it was like just a durable, really good watch that he wore every day for 30 years and like loved it. So he got me this Submariner, and it's the Kermit Submariner, the green bezel, the anniversary one. And he was like, "Oh, I got this for you, and it's got this green bezel." And like, I'm like, "Oh, cool, green." And I thought that was nice because it looked a little different, and I knew that a Submariner was a nice watch. I really liked having this one watch that was nice enough to wear to nice things, but that I would literally, I'd wear it to the gym, I'd wear it in the ocean, I'd wear it in the shower. I didn't even take my watch off to sleep for a very long time. I wore it 24 hours a day for 10 years. And then I met Spike Ferriston, and he's a super watch guy. And he was like, "That's the Kermit, that's special because it's the 50th anniversary." Then I started just looking up, oh, well, this is special. Are there other ones that are special, and what makes those special? And it turns out the Kermit's like kind of a special watch.
So this is a Longines that my dad got from his dad. And it's really special to me because for my entire life, my dad would tell me about this watch, and I would see him wear it when he would get dressed up, and he wore it to my wedding. And this is one of those things that it's probably not worth very much financially, but it means the world to me. So it has a replacement crown, but otherwise it's 100% original and down to the safety chain. It kind of speaks to the permanence of a good mechanical wristwatch. My dad had recently passed away, and it's weird that I say that because all of the watches that I have seem to come through a passing of somebody. But I had to renegotiate the contract of our lease. And I sat down across the desk from my landlords, and we talked, and we hammered out a deal. And at the end of it, I noticed one of them was wearing a very nice watch, and the other one had a Rolex on, and I knew he kind of messed with Rolex a little bit. We had the conversation, and we got to talking about watches, and I told him what my grail watch was, which is this Rolex Submariner 116610 LV. And he goes, whoa, wait, what was that? And he starts writing it down. A few days later, I'm in the back building an engine, and the landlord, who never comes by, I've never seen the guy but more than twice in my life, he walks in, and he's carrying the white box. He says, I wanted you to know we really appreciate what your dad has done for us, you know, taking care of the building and being here for so long, and just we really appreciate you as tenants. And we have instituted a new program where if our tenant is 30 years in our building, we give them a watch. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, we started that today, so here you go. And I'm like, what is this? I open it up, and it's the Hulk, right? It's the 116610 LV. And he goes, you know, it's brand new. I go, what do you mean? He goes, we bought this for you as a gift. And I was just blown away, like just totally floored. And it's one of those things that you hold on to forever. And you give to your child, who gives it to their child, who gives it to their child, you hope, right?
The other pieces I have are really mostly from my father. And one of the first things he gave me, interestingly, is a stopwatch. It's sterling silver, and you can see how tarnished it is. It's also the way we do all of our sterling or brass. We don't put any lacquer on it at all because we want the real spirit of it to come out. Beautiful hands. Now this is a very white dial. And what's cool is you know that somebody has the instruments that can open this thing up and start to work on it. So it's full of life. It's a living piece in a sense. And the last one was one of the ones my father gave to me, and probably one of the more interesting. It's a ball, and ball back then was really a railroad watch. And this is how conductors kept time. How's that? It's pretty cool, huh? Anyway, the ball company was originally out of Cleveland, but that was, I think it was the official watch of railroads. Those numbers are there for somebody to be able to easily see them. Even the second hand. The other thing that's most important about this is my dad gave it to me, so that's the provenance of this watch for the most part.